from Darwinia. Nice to have this chat fest with you guys today. So first, let's look at the content for today. So first, Robin is going to share some tech details of Darwinia NFT Bridge. And then I'm going to share some utilities of Darwinia Bridge as well as NFT Bridge. And then we're going to talk about Kusama Parachain auction because Darwinia is going for the 5th batch of Kusama Parachain auction. And finally, maybe Tiny is going to share some PVE updates of EvolutionLand, or we can talk about the recent crash of some really trending blockchain game, BNB Heroes or Crypto Mines, if you guys would like to say something to talk about how to, build a healthy tokenomics for blockchain games or EvolutionLand. So first, let's welcome Robin to do the presentation and give you guys a brief intro of Darwinia, NFT Bridge. All right. Okay, Robin, floor is all yours, and you're going to start your presentation here.
Okay. Hi, guys. Oh, today I'm gonna talk about NFT Bridge. To be honest, we are still in research phase now, but to implement a bridge that supports NFT tokens is not that difficult. I'll explain later in the lecture. Okay. Bri, would you please slide down? Okay. First, let me explain why do we need NFT bridges. Ethereum is the most prominent blockchain that supports smart contracts. So many NFTs are minted on Ethereum by smart contracts, and the NFT related standards of Ethereum like ERC 721 or ERC 1155 are the most widely accepted. So why don't we just all mint NFTs on Ethereum? The problem is Ethereum has two downsides, disadvantages. One is high gas fee and the other is low throughput. The gas fee on Ethereum is pretty high, which prevents new users or artists from participating. It might not be a problem for high value NFTs, but for those not so expensive, the gas fee is unbearable. Yeah. And the low throughput makes Ethereum unfit for high frequent trading NFTs such as GameFi equipment. These two disadvantages are the root cause of many blockchain projects, including cross-chain bridges. With NFT bridges, users and now we come to the advantage of NFT bridges bring by. Okay, with NFT bridges, users and artists can start from a low-fee blockchain such as Darwinia Crab. Okay, learn how to mint, trade, and promote NFT. Once their art pieces appreciate, they can transfer them to other blockchains to crop the profit. Some blockchains can add more functionalities to NFT. More functionalities mean more interaction and more exposure to the public and collectors, and thus comes with it a higher value. Circulation of NFT between different blockchains will increase their value and liquidity. Okay, now let's take a look at we how we can build an NFT bridge, or how do NFT get transferred between blockchains. Here we have a list of points we are gonna cover today. First, we'll go over the layer design of a general cross-chain bridge. Then I'll give you an overview of the procedure of cross-chain transfers of digital assets, fungible or non-fungible. Then we are gonna dive into each part of this procedure and add some comment related to NFT. Okay, Bree, we can go ahead. Here is the diagram of the layered model of our cross-chain bridge. Tokens are the concept on the top layer, the application layer, or the wormhole as we name it in Darwinia. We divide our application layer as a set of modules, backing and issuing. The application layer or the wormhole is built on top of the message layer. The message layer provides a reliable and provable messaging channel between two blockchains. The messages generated on the source chain are delivered to the target chain, and upon successful delivery, receive a confirmation message back from the target chain. So the payload in the message is nothing more than a string of bytes. In this sense, there's no difference between fungible tokens and non-fungible tokens. So if we decide to accommodate NFT in bridge in Darwinia cross-chain bridge, that won't be much work. So there's no difference on this layer between fungible tokens and non-fungible ones. So it can even be an instruction. And too fast. The bottom layer is the truth layer. Never mind, breathe. Okay. Let's take a look at the overview of transfer cross-chain transfer procedure. The cross-chain asset protocol provides users with the rules for locking, issuing, and redeeming assets. To complete the cross-chain process, users need to lock their assets NFT in the backend module on the source chain as an endorsement to issue Meta tokens or Meta NFT on the target chain. During the redemption process, the original NFT locked on the source chain are unlocked by burning the Meta NFT on the target chain. And the original asset and the Meta assets are equal in value. They are essentially identical. Those of you who are familiar with our current cross-chain bridge might find this process is similar for ERC20 tokens. Exactly, that's similar. But in some, they only differ on the application level. Okay, let's dive into each part. Bree, would you please go to the next slide? Thank you. Okay. So let's look at the deploy and register. An NFT, which can be seen as a smart contract on Ethereum or EVM that meets specific criteria, ERC 721, is registered to the source chain through the NFT registration call of the backend module on the source chain. Which is actually a smart contract deployed by us, and the message of the message of this operation of this registration operation is passed to the issuing module on the target chain. After receiving the registration message, the target chain selects the corresponding NFT mapping protocol standard and registers the corresponding mapped asset. Every NFT is unique, so for each NFT, each new NFT, this process of registration is indispensable. That's where it differs from ERC20 tokens. Okay, the registration on the target chain should keep all the metadata in the original NFT, and this is deploy and register. This is the preparation phase. Okay, let's come to the next part and issue. Yes, issue. Okay, the user sends the NFT minted on the source chain to the backend module to lock it and transmit the locking message to the issuing module on the target chain. After receiving the locking message, the target chain transfers the previously registered mapped token to the account specified by the sender, keeping all the properties of the original NFT. Um, we call the we express the properties in metadata. Yeah, we know that every NFT has a unique ID, so there's a one-to-one mapping between the ID of the mapped NFT and the original one. Okay, that's the issue part. Okay, let's come to the transfer and swap. Yeah, this is the transfer and swap part. Mapped tokens on the target chain have the same transfer function. They can be freely transferred on the target chain um, and used for applications such as a game or DeFi. Of course, you can trade them with other users. Uh, this is the fun part. This is the main purpose why most of users will use an NFT transfer NFT bridge. But from the point of view of technology, that's not that different. Okay. Now we can come to the redeem part, the last one. Okay. The redeem part is pretty straightforward. By burning a mapped NFT, the users can unlock the original NFT on the source chain, and it gets transferred to the specified address or account. Okay. During this process, users mainly interact with the application layer, wormhole as we name it. But under the hood, there are a set of relayers who connect to both blockchain. The source chain and the target chain, and transfer messages back and forth. Okay, that now we are done with how to build an NFT bridge. And Brie told me some of you might be interested in remark. I don't know much about it, so I did some reading, but it's on such short notice. I don't have much to say. I try my best to share with you what I know so far. Okay. Kusama is a relay chain, which is supposed to be lightweight, so it doesn't have any uh, have inherent support for smart contract. Smart contract is a conventional way of minting NFT. Remark is a hack on substrate. Polkadot, Kusama, including our networks, Darwinia crabs are all substrate based. Extrinsic on substrate based blockchains is similar to transaction on Ethereum. Users can write custom nodes to a specific extrinsic. And what Remark does is to devise a set of protocols to interpret these custom nodes in their own way. It means nothing to others, but for those applications who implemented the protocols, they can interpret those custom nodes as metadata of an NFT. That's my understanding from the uh, technology point of view. And Remark also uh, has its own advantage. Uh, it can be it can be organized. It can be used as a nested NFT, which means an NFT can have multiple other NFT, and you can interact with it. Um, you can build a rather complicated NFT from a simple one. Yeah, that's what the Lego stands for. Uh, on their website, uh, they plan to release Remark 3.0 next year, and they will rewrite the protocol in Solidity, and which means they will be Ethereum compatible. So if that comes true, we can interact with the Remark or uh, accommodate their application seamlessly. Okay, that's what I know so far. I hope you can get a, a big picture or a rough idea about it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Robin. Thank you, Robin. And I'm going to feed more on the utility part. Thank you, Robin. That's a very
Okay,
nice.
thank you.
Thanks for it. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen too. Do you guys have any question for Robin? You can ask now.
Hello.
Yeah, hey, Hustler.
Hey, I do. it's probably an answer that I already know, but I wanted to ask just in case. So with the NFT bridge, will that general bridge be a toolkit that can be implemented to other chains built on substrate?
Hey, Robin. Hustler asked that with an NFT bridge, is the general bridge going to be a toolkit?
A toolkit? What do you mean by a toolkit?
So what I mean is, so if you have your mapped NFT,
Mm-hmm.
so you using the Darwinia's bridge is the only way to send it back, essentially. Would that bridge be able to implement in other substrate-based chains to use it on their chain, but essentially using it our bridge?
Exactly.
Okay.
From the what I explained in the lecture, this is the main work lies on the application layer. We might not do all the work all by ourselves. We welcome developers from outside to exploit our infrastructure to develop their solution to different types of application. Yeah. Theoretically, all substrate based blockchains are supported.
Cool. Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
No problems.
Great. All right. So you guys are seeing my screen. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna fit more on Darwinia Bridge utilities. I guess not every community member is a technical enthusiast. So maybe I guess they're really interested. What are some real utilities of Darwinia Bridge? And you guys can mainly hype up about the utility part. Okay, the first part for DeFi use cases, like say some DEX and aggregators, can upgrade into a cross-chain version with Darwinia cross-chain bridge. Let's give you guys an example. For example, on Uniswap, users are able to trade native Polkadot ecosystem assets such as DOT and Kusama. But for now, if you search for some Polkadot ecosystem asset, you're actually trading derivatives and wrapped tokens, not native Polkadot ecosystem assets. So one great thing about having Darwinia cross-chain bridge is how to make sure the value consistency on different chains, plus user security risk get reduced as well. You're not trading those wrapped tokens. And for decentralized lending, which is a very core applications of DeFi, like say MakerDAO, now crypto collaterals you can see on MakerDAO are supported by Maker, are mainly Ethereum ecosystem assets. But with the cross-chain bridge connecting Polkadot and Ethereum, quality Polkadot ecosystem asset like DOT and Kusama can be MakerDAO collaterals. And currently, different public chains are all building their own DeFi stack, like say acala. You guys are really familiar with that. If one DeFi project is leading the market, should be actually cited by wider market competitions across various networks, but not just benefiting from the monopoly on one single chain, like say acala on Polkadot, Kava on Cosmos, and Maker on Ethereum. So cross-chain bridges like Darwinia exactly remove these physical blockchain isolations. to further stimulate some healthy competitions of the whole DeFi system. And without these walls, value can freely flow to the most superior DeFi hub. So for us as investors or users can make our own investment choices with more composabilities. So we're probably finally going to see, but we're not sure if finally value will still converge to Ethereum or shift to Polkadot, or both ecosystems are flourishing with an expanded community. So in general, crossing bridges will activate the whole DeFi system and inject new energy to the crypto world for the upcoming Web3 future. All right. And also, cross-chain bridge is really critical for stablecoin. For now, many stablecoins like USDT basically issue different versions on different chains. However, with say actually decentralized stablecoin, like DAI would be the future of stablecoin. And according to the large user adoption of DAI should play an indispensable role in the Polkadot DeFi ecosystem, not like USDT, a centralized stablecoin as well, not just on Ethereum, but DAI generation, to deposit your Ethereum or their Ethereum ecosystem assets, it's unlikely to have either directly issue on Polkadot. So therefore, a cross-chain bridge would be really critical in bringing stablecoin like DAI to the Polkadot DeFi ecosystem. And for NFT use cases, gas fee of trades make NFTs on Ethereum extremely harsh, just as Robin has mentioned, and more outstanding crypto artists and NFT projects are building and creating on Polkadot and Kusama, like RMRK. But we still have to admit that NFT markets on Ethereum, like OpenSea, still aggregate the traffic. So, leveraged by Darwinia cross-chain bridge, can actually support Kusama and Polkadot native NFTs, such as Kusama version of CryptoPunks. It is called substrate punks, and expected to be primary layer for NFTs with Darwinia cross bridge. NFT projects and artists can enjoy the ease of coming to Polkadot and Kusama and integrate their multi-chain users. Okay, let's talk about RMRK. Darwinia NFT Bridge is going to empower RMRK. Actually, recently, something really trending about RMRK is the birds ecosystem. So RMRK RMRK 3 is going to be EVM compatible, or they're saying they're going to work with moonriver to get EVM compatible, or they can actually use Darwinia virtual machine to be EVM compatible. And after that, our RMRK can partner with Darwinia or CRAP to assist in deploying their NFTs cross-chains. So this means that NFTs such as in-game items or characters like these birds can now be deployed across multiple chains and games, connecting their respective metaverse. And recently, the birds have hatched and are trading volumes of per month, with the most expensive one have been sold for 1,005 Kusama. So if the bird is not just sold in Kusama, if it is sold for some Ethereum ecosystem asset, I guess it would sell for a better price. And so we're thinking that we're going to have the crab continent, and we have integrated Pokepads, CryptoKitties as pets of Apollos, and we are trying to talk to RMRK to integrate, their birds as one of the pets of crab continent to show, EvolutionLand is really a Web3 metaverse too, which is able to integrate, different metaverse projects and these NFTs into one universe. So also some recent NFT on RMRK also went for like a very high price. Also some audio player are integrated to listen to an audio-based NFTs on RMRK. So I guess the future cooperation between EvolutionLand and RMRK would be, really promising, right? So actually, Megan or Hustler, you guys are both in the remark group. We can bring it up and talk to them to see if we can get an announcement to integrate their birds into EvolutionLand. What do you guys think about that? It's something more than just providing the infrastructure, the NFT bridge for them.
That's a great idea. I actually thought about that before because it's the same concept as Evolution having nested NFTs essentially.
Yeah.
So I would love to pursue that more.
Okay, great. All right. Yeah. So, do you guys have any other question about bridge utilities or the cooperation with the remark or anything you would like to bring it up? Or we're going to move to Kusama Parity auction. All right, so let's talk about Kusama Parity auction. So Darwinia is going to go for the 5th batch of Kusama Parity auction, and for the crowd loan, we're still going to have a crowd loan dashboard on our website. You guys are able to contribute your Kusama at our website, and for the rewards, it's pretty similar to the Polkadot Parity auction. We're going to offer crab, CK ton, NFTs, as well as a BTC for pioneers. And we definitely going to have an early bird program and referral program for you. We are thinking that, so for the 5th batch of parachain auction, we have to prepare for the parachain technically. So we need some time to prepare for that. So we skipped the 4th round of Kusama Parachain auction. And against the time of the 5th batch of Parachain auction, so our parachain technically will be ready, and our dashboard, the PL website will be ready. So at that time would be a nice timing for us to join the Kusama Parachain auction. Yeah, and once we get a Kusama parachain slot, we're able to interact with more of other parachains within Polkadot ecosystem, and we can provide better support for some NFT project like Remark on Kusama as well. So that's why we're running for the Kusama parachain auction, and that's basically the current plan for that. Yeah. So do you guys have some questions or thoughts about the Kusama parachain auction? Okay, so as you guys are just feel like Polkadot parachain auction is the priority for now. Yeah, and we can definitely talk more on Kusama parachain auction is finally approaching. All right. Okay. So Tiny, are you here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, for sure. I'm here.
Tiny is going to share some new updates of EvolutionLand. So let's welcome Tiny. Yeah, we're definitely have something more exciting coming up.
We are devoting to the new upcoming equipment and career system, and also I find that in Chinese community that recently some users don't know what exactly the PvE and PvP shall play the role, and how it works, and how is the ecosystem circle. And I think I better I have explained this with them yesterday, and I think it's necessary to talk to you guys about that in English community. Actually, the end of maybe kind of the end of the Apazo PvP and PvE gameplay will end with the PvP. Which means that the circle should be that you gather some materials and forge some equipment to enhance your puzzle's ability, and then could join the PvP gameplay to have fun with other peoples and combat with them. And if you win, you will get their money or kind of their ticket. Like the gameplay will be like ARC8. Both of the players in same competition, they should pay the ticket, and the winner will get most of the kind of 2 tickets, and the loser will lose their ticket and get nothing paid back. And I think it will be a better economic model for EvolutionLand. More coins that be issued from this ecosystem, from this system, and players could win more coins by enhancing their Apazo and also their strategy. The PvP gameplay will not be like a video or something. Don't have any strategy like crypto mines and BNBH, like you just click and then the result came out. So it will encourage players to make decisions during the gameplay. I hope you will like that, and for the details will be announced in the future. We'll have some test version, and also you could join our test if you like that, and let me know more about that. And about the EvolutionLand, like land gameplay, we decide to make a change. The land should be in a metaverse, and like Decentraland and Sandbox or some other metaverse projects. I think it's very important to create to make the metaverse for EvolutionLand. It should be. So we will like extend the land slot as 100 space for players to create something on it. But we still will discuss about how to make it come true in 3D or 2D version. And hope it could be like a layer 0 concept, and other dApps could build on EvolutionLand, like Decentraland, or players could product some amazing buildings on it, and of course it will consume some element resource token, and it will have some benefit for the economic model, and the PvP and PvE in the future it will become a independent dApp, like including PvP, PvE, and maybe equipment and career. It will be one of the dApp on EvolutionLand, and EvolutionLand shall become a platform for some games, and maybe we'll more and more gameplay will show up on EvolutionLand. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and we're talking about the EvolutionLand's future. And also, I think if you have read the article, Medium article yesterday, I think, yeah, that's what we want to. That's what we want to do. No more. No more McDonald's gameplays and no more click. And we want to create space that is full of interest, full of interesting points and gameplays. Yeah.
Thank you, Tiny. No more McDonald gameplays. All right. Thank you, Tiny. You guys have some future expectations for EvolutionLand, or share some of your thoughts about some recent blockchain cases you have experienced? All right, no more questions. So guys, had a wonderful time talking to you guys today, and thank you for coming. We can definitely catch up and follow up everything in our Telegram group and community. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Catch you guys.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Bree.
Bye.
Thank you, Tammy.
Все,
Appreciate you
давай.
guys.
Thank
Все, ребятки.